DreAllDay.com.
Alright, y'all, what up? Dre Baldwin, DreAllDay.com. We're talking about this professional exposure camp checklist. One of the next things I want to talk about is tilting the odds in your favor. You know, with these camps, you understand if there's agents or coaches or managers or whoever out there watching these camps, they can only take in but so much information about each player before it becomes overload. Their heads start spinning. Like, think about if you went somewhere and you had to watch 150 people over 2 days playing basketball. How much are you going to remember about every single guy? You're not going to remember much. You might fixate. What you'll end up doing probably is fixating on maybe 4 or 5 people and paying attention to everything they do. Then you miss the other 100 or so people and what they're doing because it's just too much. There's only so much that the human brain can process. So when I say tilt the odds in your favor, in my opinion, it's better to go to a camp with fewer people. Or at least a camp when they had the games, there should be no more than 8 people on your team. There's more than 8 people on your team. That camp is just overcrowded. There's too many people there. How much information can a person watching that camp over 2 or 3 days get? Usually these camps are 2 days. How much information can an agent remember about you and the other 9 guys on your team? He watches y'all play 4 times in a 2-day span, not to mention the other 6 teams in the camp. Just think about that. So that you want to tilt the odds in your favor. You want to be seen as much as possible and not have so much crowding of so many people at once, because like I said, how much can one person remember? I don't care if you got video, I don't care if you write everything down you see. If it's 10 people on the court playing all day, 8 hours a day for 2 days straight, how am I going to remember you? And then how am I going to remember the other guy? How am I remember that guy, and that guy? It might be 8 guys that are good players there. Can I pay attention to everything all those guys is doing? It might be games going on 2 courts at the same time. So tilt the odds in your favor and make sure you're going somewhere where is an exposure camp. Make sure you're being exposed. Make sure you're being seen so that people can pay attention to you and not just have their head spinning because they got to watch this and that and the third all at the same time. It was a move used mostly by Chris Paul, where you put a spin on the ball in one hand. You see I go behind the back, little jump stop as I put the ball around my back, and then I go.